Hello, everyone. Welcome to the channel. I want to talk about how there is still hope and beauty in this world. There have been some crazy things going on already in 2025, and I feel like it is very easy for us to get indulged in it and just forget how there are still things here to that can give us hope. There are still things that give us hope and things out there that have amazing beauty and value, okay? So let's get into it. One of those being it's very obvious, okay? It's pretty obvious, guys. That being just the outside. I mean, we live in a world that is so vastly beautiful. And what I mean by that is there's just so much life here, so many kinds of life. I don't know if that even sounded right in English. I don't even know if I just English. That didn't even sound right. So many kinds of life. Let's just say so much life. Okay, there's so much life here. And it's just beautiful. Like, let's compare humans, trees and bees, okay? We're all so different. I mean, trees are probably the most alien thing that I will ever see on earth. It has no eyes, no mouth. It's wood and leaf, wood and light. I can't even speak. I'm sorry, y'all. It's wood and leaf, okay? And it's growing out of the ground, and it helps us humans. It really does. And it doesn't speak. It just sits there, standing tall. And some of them live for hundreds and thousands of freaking years, for so long. And I just think trees are just so interesting. They're just so interesting. And then there's the bee. It has a stinger, and it could die from literally stinging someone, which I think is very interesting. And then there's us humans, said to be the most intelligent species on this earth. Okay, on this earth. Okay, very interesting. Next, I want to talk about languages and cultures. Okay, I feel like languages are so beautiful, and cultures, and some people don't really take pride in their cultures as they should. You know, I feel like languages, for one. I realize there's a pattern with me in languages. Like, I will study the most, like, vastly different type of languages all the time, and I've realized that I am not as interested in languages that are kind of similar to English, like French, Spanish. Like, they sound different, obviously. They don't sound like English, but the way they're written and things, they're closer to English than, let's say, uh Chinese, which I have been studying, Japanese, which I have studied, Korean, which I have studied. Korean is probably the most advanced language that I know right now. And then there's Thai. I'm studying Thai right now. I studied Spanish and French in high school, but all of that is went out the window. Same with Japanese. I kind of slacked on Japanese. Um, but I have been studying Chinese a lot. I stopped with Korean. Yeah, I kind of slacked on Korean too. But that is the language that I'm best at right now. But as you can see, the languages that I've really been interested in are languages from Asia for sure, because as a kid as well, I've been interested in Asian culture because I think it is beautiful and culturally rich. And Chinese was definitely one that just stuck out to me. Chinese and Japanese, because Japanese also uses Chinese characters. And then it also has hiragana and katakana. So I always thought that those languages are super cool. But I'm learning Thai right now, and Thai was probably the most interesting to me out of all of them right now because it looks so alien to me when I first saw it and sounded nothing like English. And my dream for this year is to go to Thailand, okay? That is what I'm working on. So I really want to learn Thai, okay? Thai is something that I'm serious about learning. So, because I always told myself, whatever country I plan on moving abroad to or whatever, I want to be immersed in it as much as possible. And I know that learning Thai will definitely help me a lot. So, I'm learning Thai. And it has been a roller coaster at first because the Thai alphabet is big and there's also vowels, a lot of vowels I had to learn. But it's so cool once you learn all those things, like the consonants, the vowels, then the toned rules, because Thai is a very tonal, like it is a tonal language. Okay, even if there is like no tonal, like tone marker, there are still tones. Like it's like what? But once you learn that, and then you're also able to start making sentences, it's the coolest thing ever. Like it's just like something that looks so alien to you just starts to not look alien is the coolest. I feel like it's one of the funnest things and the most exciting thing to look forward to when learning a language. But I feel like what has really helped me get like learn Thai and get better at it was just my want. Like I really want to learn this language. And I really want to go to Thailand, and because I really want to go to Thailand, that has really helped me want to learn this language even more because I want to be able to talk with locals and other people who speak Thai in Thailand. Okay. But I just okay, but the moral of this is language is beautiful, okay? And culture. There's so many beautiful cultures out there, and it's just I just think that is so beautiful, and I feel like that should be something that brings us together and everyone should definitely indulge in different cultures. I think that is an amazing, beautiful thing that, and culture brings a lot of people together. It brings a community. And for a lot of people, culture is a part of them. It's something, it's a piece of them. It really is. One thing I've learned about India is that culture is so important there. And, it's so important in India that a lot of people, you know, India is their home. Like, it is their home. It's like someone referred to it as the motherland. It's like their motherland, which I just think is so freaking beautiful. That's so awesome. Okay, but those are my thoughts on language and culture. Next thing, oh, I hope I didn't forget about it. Hold on. There's another thing I want to talk about. Oh, it's life itself, okay? Life is so delicate and short. And I think that is, in its way, kind of beautiful, because as a kid growing up, I kind of struggled with the idea of just passing on. I'm going to refer to it as that because I don't want to get demonetized. I'm going to say passing on. So that scared me. I saw it as something that was terrifying. But I learned, correct me if I'm wrong, that in Mexican culture, it is seen as just a part of life. And a lot of people aren't scared of death. And I feel like that is something we should see it as more of. Like, death is a. I literally told myself I didn't want to say that, but then here I am. I was supposed to say passing on, but, passing on is a part of life. It is. It's something none of us can escape no matter what you do. You will not escape. It is inevitable. And, it is seen as something terrifying, scary, because it is unknown. No one really knows. Like, maybe I'm wrong, okay? Because, there are those videos or people talk about what did they see after they have, passed on. So, but so far, as I know it of now, I feel like a lot of us, the majority, don't know what is going to happen after we pass on. And that scares people. But for me, I've been accepting it as more of a inevitable. It's going to happen, and it is a beautiful thing. We don't know what's going to happen after. And see it as this. This is how I see it. Would you want to live on this earth forever? Would you want to live on this earth forever? Even just the thought of forever seems so daunting to me. Like being here forever. And if that was possible where we were immortal, this world that we live in was not even exist. Like this world right now would not exist. The world that we live in. If a lot of the people from history were still here, oh my god. The world we live in would not exist. You know? And it's just it's so interesting to think about too. But because life is not immortal, it's not something that's going to continue forever for any of us. It makes it more beautiful and it makes it more meaningful, I feel like, it makes it more meaningful because I'm not going to be here forever. So I try to spend as much time as I can with my family, and make meaningful connections and enjoy all that life has to offer before I have to leave this earth and go after all the things I want to get after before I leave this earth, you know? I'd rather leave this earth knowing I made like I tried, you know? So, yeah, I think passing on is a beautiful thing and we should see it as more as a normal thing. And I feel like that would help a lot more people for sure. So yeah. There was something else, guys, that I wanted to touch up on, but I can't remember. I can't remember. Dang it, guys. I can't remember what I was about to say. Hold on, let me see if I can remember. Oh yeah, people. People. That was supposed to be the third thing I think, but people, like, of course, this world is not perfect by any means. There are a lot of bad seeds that have been planted in this world, but let's not just focus on that because that is literally inevitable because we live in a world where we are free to do whatever we want. But there are the good seeds. There are the good seeds, that make my day. This is a very simple story that happened literally like I think this happened like 3 to 4 days ago, guys. So I went to the library, and I went there to print something out. Okay, I had to print out a shipping label. So I went there to go print out a shipping label, and I forgot to get something out my car. So out my mom's car. So I went back to go outside, and I passed this older lady. She looked at me. I smiled back. She smiled back at me. She waved. I waved back. That made me feel good. That made me feel so warm and homey inside. Like. And then I went back. I got what I needed, and I had trouble, guys. This library, the computers at the library, they shut down at a specific time. Basically, the computer shut down when the library is about to close. They shut exactly on the dot, guys, when the library is about to close. And I believe the library was about to close at 4 o'clock. So I had like less than 5 minutes to get this label printed out, and it wouldn't print out. It kept saying, sorry, can't print. I got a lady over at the desk, like, can you help me print this out? And she kept telling me, I don't know if I'll be able to do it. But every time she kept saying that, she was determined. You could see it in her face. She was determined to help me. Like, and I just thought that was just so nice. Like, she was just determined. Even though she kept saying, oh, I don't know if I'll be able to do this. And I told her if we can't get it printed, then I'll just go to USPS and print it out. For like $1.25. But even with just less than a minute, I'm telling you, less than a minute, she was able to get that label done and printed. She found a way to do it. Okay. And we rushed to the front desk so she could scan my ID. Not my ID, but my library card. And I had to pay for 25 cents. And we were able to get it printed out with just seconds left on the clock. You know? Oh my god. And I'm glad my mom was able to give me like a quarter because we needed a quarter. It's like 25 cents per page. But to that lady, most likely is not watching this, but if you are, thank you. That was really nice of her. And she just saved me and my mom so much time because if we weren't able to get that printed out today, there was no telling when we were going to be able to get it printed out any other day. But that's so simple. It may seem like such a simple thing for people watching this, but it's so meaningful to me and my mom because it saved us so much time. Because then we wouldn't have to think about, oh my god, when are we gonna get this done? Blah blah. But we got it done. Thank you, nice lady, very nice lady at the front. Um, and another thing I overheard at the library is the lady at the library. I remember she said, "I'm so happy that people came into the library today because now I don't feel like a loser." She said that. And what it made me realize is that, a library is a pretty chill, vibey place. And probably not many people even go to the library anymore because a lot of books you can get online. And a lot of people are buying like these little e readers. But she was so happy to see more people coming into the library. Just your presence, just other people's presence in that library made her day. You know? Just the presence. Who knows? Your presence could make someone else's day. Okay? It really could. I mean, literally. And that made me happy that she felt better because there are probably some days where there's like barely any people coming in. And I was just like, dang, man. But just people, just you complimenting someone can make someone's day, like, just like that. Okay? Can make someone's day. They feel better about themselves. Or you lending someone a hand. Okay? If they drop something, when someone drops something, I try to help. Okay? I try to help. Maybe, like, go and help them. Or if someone looks down, maybe you can go to them and ask, hey, are you okay? Be careful when doing that, though. But yeah, but that's it. That's all I wanted to say. There's still beautiful things. If there's anything beautiful about life you want to put down in the comments, go ahead. But I wanted to make a video that was more on a positive note. And here it is. You guys have a beautiful rest of your day. Start putting into action those things because don't wait any longer because 2025 is here. Let's get those things done, y'all. Thank you for watching.